Welcome to the Doodle stream. I have with me the ever awesome, amazing, wonderful, super cool, super handsome Ryan Klock.
That's a lot to live up to.
I set the bar real high because, so I expect you to be really interesting, like super interesting.
I don't know where you would have come up with those expectations, to be totally frank.
Well, I'm glad we're being frank. I'm glad we've gotten to that phase of frankness. And it's so the message has gone out. It has now emailed my 600 subscribers that I'm live. So we're doing the live. We're doing the doodle. So, how you been, Mr. Klock? How's life? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you now? Where are you going?
Let's see. Where is life going? We got buried by snow, and I think the company that is like shoveling out all the rental properties around here is just getting around to it today, which is interesting. So we had to me and some neighbors kind of shoveled our all these steps so that we didn't eat it on the way down, which was fun.
Yeah. Snow is a popular topic because there's a lot of just for people who are tuning in like years from now, it was snowing. Just FYI.
It's humbling to move a little bit of snow and then feel it in your back the next day, and to walk on snow and then feel it like in your legs the next day. That definitely taught me that I am reaching ages that are climbing higher and higher. Also, scrolling to find my birthday year was also an exercise in humility.
Yeah, I feel you, man. We're pretty much the same age, so I feel that I was walking down the path in my neighborhood, and there was like this icy patch, and I almost ate it. I almost fell down, and I was like, "Oh my god, this would never have happened years ago."
What I was cat-like.
What a horrible thing.
Yep. All those parkour reflexes are all gone.
Yeah. Parkour. Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, I really don't, like, to some extent, they say it beats the alternative. I don't know, man. I'm okay with just being gone. That's it. Just ending it. I know that's a little depressing. I know that's a little downer. Like, I'm not promoting
it on the Doodle stream.
I'm not promoting suicide or anything, but I just 40 should be once you get to 40, that should be it. You should just be done. That should be the maximum lifespan that humans have. It's like, once
just comes around and cleans you up after that.
It's just, that's it. You're just, it's maybe you just rapture up or something. There's like a beam.
What's at the end of the beam? Just nothing?
I don't know. You get to be young again or something. I don't know. You're reborn as a gecko.
It's an Isekai, but for geckos.
What is Isekai? I don't know what that is.
It's I think it's the genre of anime and where people who are in their 30s and have never done anything, and they're shut-ins, and then they die somehow and they get reborn as a hero in another world or something, and all that.
Oh, I saw one of those. I didn't realize that was a whole genre. I thought that was just one. It was the guy turns into a slime or something.
Oh yeah, no, it's a whole thing. There's and the names of them start to sound like parodies of themselves.
Right.
I was a middle-aged loser, and now I'm the head of my party or something like that.
Right. Yeah. I've seen a couple of those where it's and it's just his life is just super awesome. In the next life, it's just he's just overpowered and super amazing, and he has all the abilities. I saw one where the guy died, God accidentally killed him, and God said you know what? You're gonna be a magic user in a magic place, and he has all of these abilities. And that the whole premise of the show was that he gets to keep his cell phone in the magic world. That was the whole. But he can't call people back on Earth. It sounds like a joke, but this is a real show. he can't call any of his friends, but he has the internet, but he can't like contact people from the old world, but he can look up whatever he wants to look up on the phone. So he can look up, like one time he looks up the recipe for ice cream because they don't have ice cream in this new world. So he's like, here's how you make ice cream. And they're like, oh, hey, this is a good, I like this. I like ice cream. And it's like,
so not a device for staying in touch. It's just grab the wealth of human knowledge, but no friends or whatever.
Exactly. It's not a social thing.
So there you go. There's something to look forward to instead of hoping that it ends. You just watch another isekai.
There you go. Right. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't know that was a whole thing. I thought that was. And now that I mentioned it, I've seen like 2 or 3 of those. So now I realize that that's a whole bugaboo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have my thumb on the pulse of like all of what is released in anime or whatever, but I get the sense that it's a large portion of what's released or larger portion than what people like. Like I hear a lot of complaining about how like it's like not another goddamn isekai.
Gotcha. So people don't like them. There's too many of them.
Maybe it's. I mean, obviously they must be doing well, so there must be also an audience of people who do like them.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe it's just like the artists really like making them, so they just like force it down everyone's throat. Like this is really fun to make. He's a loser, but he's cool now. You see how fun that is, and then they just force everyone to watch it.
Yeah, they're the tastemakers.
Right.
Get everyone away from shonen.
Right. Yeah. Shonen is too easy. It's boring. It's trite. It's been done.
What are you gonna do? Watch My Hero Academia? It's already over. You can't even watch it anymore.
Is it over? Did they finish that one?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Did you were you watching it?
I saw like it's somehow I saw like 100 episodes of that show in like 2 episodes. Like somehow, because like I only watched it like twice, and yet I know like 1,000 plot points, and I don't understand how it's possible. Like it must have been some sort of cut down version of it. Like I don't know how it's possible that I saw so much detail of that show. Because like you're always like, oh, did you hear about that part? And I'm like, yeah, I know all of these parts. I know the whole plot of the whole show. And I only saw it 2 times.
Did you watch it at like 5x speed or something? And it was
no!
Through all the episodes?
No, it seemed normal. I don't know, man.
Wow, these guys are really hauling ass.
And like, what is it? He's got. Did they ever explain what All Might's power actually is, or it's just like eat my hair is the whole thing?
They get into like how the power accumulates and stuff, and like the different successors of the power, like who had it before All Might and before the grandma lady.
I didn't even know the grandma lady existed. So there you go. Now I'm out of the loop.
There, we managed to find the horizon.
Yeah, we've made it to the end. This is the end.
I thought they wrapped it up pretty well, though. Like, for me, the first 3 seasons I thought were really good, and then it kind of hit a bit of a lull. But I wasn't like blown away. At some point, I switched to reading the manga just because I was impatient and I wanted to avoid spoilers. But I thought the anime did a really good job with the last like couple seasons. I mean, they still had to stick to some of the source material that I love, but overall, I thought there was a lot of good stuff there.
So did they? Is it one of those ones where they wound up branching away from the manga because there was like a different speed difference or something?
I only started reading the manga at the would have probably been like the last couple seasons worth of material, so I don't know how faithful they were before that, but it seemed pretty faithful overall from what I remember of it. Like I wasn't I don't have like a fantastic memory for every single thing that happened in it.
Okay. Well, that's good. That sounds like a good review. Sounds like so people who are watching this stream, make sure you check out My Hero Academia. And people haven't heard of it. It's a new anime. People actually, it's weird. The people in my audience may not have heard of My Hero Academia. I don't know. I mean, there's like 2 people in my audience, so we'll know whether they'll listen. If you're watching this, leave a comment. Tell me, have you heard of My Hero Academia? Say yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? They're rebooting Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I never saw it the first time around. Did you?
What?
Oh, I know. Sacrilege. There's a lot of stuff I haven't seen. It becomes like a whole list of sacrilege. It's just one sacrilege piled atop the next.
Oh my goodness.
Are you gonna watch the reboot?
Probably, because my wife loves sitcoms.
Oh yeah, what's her favorites?
She likes she likes them all. I mean, she likes what is it? Modern Family. She likes the most like vanilla. She likes The Big Bang Theory, which I like have to sit and watch, and I go, oh. And she says, "You're Sheldon," and I say, "Shut up."
Is that one you don't like then? The Big Bang Theory?
I mean, the first season was kind of okay, and I was like into it a little bit, and then it just went over the it was just so annoying. They're so annoying, these guys.
Were you were you a fan of Arrested Development?
Yes, I loved Arrested Development.
Oh, so I figured that was one that you would have liked.
I saw the whole thing. There's the whole season where it's like, "Don't Tell Michael" is like the season. And I'm like, I listen, I've lived it. I know Don't Tell Michael. That's because I know everyone knows things and they're not telling me. And I know, Ryan. I know.
I can't tell you.
I understand with Don't Tell Michael. I get it. I understand. But I know. Don't think I don't know. I'm not an idiot. Anyway. Arrested Development is good. I like, personally, my favorite is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Have you ever seen that one?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I've seen every episode, but especially I thought they were making new episodes again, but I've seen a lot of it. And yeah, that's a fantastic one.
They do like one season every 5 years. It's like 5 episodes long, and then they're back to nothing, and it kills me. And it's you realize South Park sold itself for like $1 billion. They got $1 billion deal.
Oh yeah, no, I hadn't heard that.
There was all kinds of litigation, and like South Park did an episode about the litigation, and it didn't make any sense to me.
Who sold what to who?
Well, so apparently they tried to sell the streaming rights to like HBO Viacom, and then they were going to do it. Then they were like still doing stuff on Paramount, even though they were on HBO. They sold to HBO, and then they said like, "You're supposed to be an exclusive," and they're saying, "No, this is a premiere event. It's not an episode of the show, and it's not a movie," because they have the rights to movies and episodes of the show. So when they said this is not a movie or an episode of the show, this is an exclusive streaming premiere event, and they're like, they went to court, and they were saying, "Hey, this is an exclusive bullshit that they came up with this bullshit." And I don't know what happened, but I saw court documents. I saw actual documents that it was a legal case. I don't understand. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's very weird. Like, it seems like they don't want to do the show anymore because the episodes they're doing now are so bland and like obvious and just like lazy, and it's sort of like, why did you sign this deal to do this show forever? And then it's like they obviously don't want to do the show.
That's a bummer. If for $1 billion, like, I guess you can roll up your sleeves and do it, but yeah, so I guess it would suck to have to do that if you lost the spark that made it enjoyable in the first place.
I mean, I guess, but like, if you lost the spark, like, you know, they can bring in guest writers. They can bring in like, I mean, they don't have, no one says they have to make a good show. They should just make more episodes, right? Like they can bring like there's so many voices, so many young talented people want to write. Like, I would be happy to write a South Park episode. It would be a shitty episode. It would not be as good as the original South Park episodes, but I would love to write a South. Well, hire me. You know, throw me $5,000. I'll write you a South Park episode. $5,000? That's a great deal.
Michael for South Park writer. That's just it.
I'm just, you know, like, listen, South Park guys, if you're watching this stream, which I know you are, I know South Park is like really into this. You know, Matt and Trey, just send me a message. Michael, please know I'm on. Michael, please know I'm on everything. Assuming that the actual internet works the way it's supposed to. Which, again, I know things, Ryan. I know that the internet is not real.
I wish I could confirm or deny that.
Right, yeah, well, I understand you don't tell. I know that no one tells me that the internet isn't real. But I'm pretty sure the internet isn't real. But I can't prove it. Which is really annoying.
You talk about, like, what you've got under development on these streams at all?
Oh, no, absolutely never.
What do you talk about? What's
The last, so
the common pattern of the stream?
I've had a couple of guests. I've had different guests. So sometimes a guest will talk about what they're working on. I had my friend Gerardo. He was talking about this like 90s retro animation that he was doing. That was kind of like, it looked like the original Reboot. You know how, remember that show Reboot?
Yeah.
So he was like doing one of those like 90s style, like old-fashioned CG style animations, like, and it deliberately looks like it's 90s on purpose, so that it's like, it looks like kind of janky and a little weird, but it's like, it was like retro. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So he talked about that. I had my friend Roz from Tower Hill, which was originally the Delaware school that I went to. She talked about some movies. We were doing like a movie club where we were watching movies. And then I have my friend Robert Raychek. He's always talking about the multiverse. He believes in the multiverse. He's a multiverse believer.
Sounds like a fascinating array of topics. Do you only stream when you have guests these days, or?
Yeah, I only stream for guests. There's no reason to stream alone because no one sees it, and then also I'm streaming by myself, so I'm just sitting there, and it's pointless. At least with these, when I look back at them, I can say, oh, hey, that was a nice stream that no one saw. Because I can remember what the other person said, and I can say, ah, yes. And like maybe someday I'll edit them down to like I'll download the stream and edit it into like a 10-minute sizzle reel or something. I don't know. Or like I'll apply a filter so it looks like you're Harrison Ford, and then like I don't know. I feel like Harrison Ford is right for you. Maybe George Clooney. Maybe which if you could make your face look like a celebrity. Which celebrity would you pick?
I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to begin. I'm sure George and Harrison are both deeply insulted by you drawing the comparison of me to them as it is.
Oh well, so they do watch. They're big fans. They write in all the time. They say, Michael, when are you going to have me on the stream? And I say, I'm sorry, man. I got Ryan Klock on here. I can't have you, Harrison Ford. I can't have you, George Clooney. I'm busy, man. Get a life. Get a life, George Clooney and Harrison Ford.
Understandable. I mean, who wouldn't want to chat over doodles?
I know, right? I mean, it's a popular thing, and just generally, I'm kind of a cool guy, so you know.
I assume you have a fleet of workers and a fleet of AI sifting through all the people trying to apply to be guest speakers.
Yeah, it's a complicated process. Right, we call them the Renegade Clown Brigade. Those are the people who work for me. Like, if I ever say something dumb on Twitter, the Renegade Clown Brigade comes in and they just start like clowning around and saying ridiculous things so that I don't look as ridiculous, right? Like they go, like I say something that's like a level that's like a 9 ridiculous, they go up to 12. And then that way people say, oh, Michael seems more reasonable.
That's perfect, because the internet never forgets. You can't scrub it out of there, but what you can do is just make everyone else seem absurd by comparison.
Right, exactly. Because then it's like, oh, well, Michael said this crazy thing, but the Clown Brigade, his subordinates, all said even worse stuff. So, at the end of the day, is Michael really that bad?
You're genius.
I am kind of like I'm like an evil villain. I'm like that guy in Dexter's Lab, Mandark? I'm like Mandark. You know Mandark?
I don't know if I remember him.
Oh my goodness, Ryan.
It's been forever since I've seen Dexter's Lab.
Dexter's rival was Mandark.
I wonder how long that show went on for.
I saw a lot of episodes of it. It was great. It was a fantastic show. Great. Yeah, it was fantastic. Phenomenal.
There's some good TV around then.
Yeah, I don't know. What's the deal? Why don't they make, listen, if they were making more Dexter's Lab, I would watch that show still. I would watch, if they were making more of it, I would still watch it.
What I need to see is an anime version of it that
I think they may have done that.
Even more ridiculousness.
They may have done that. They always do anime. They did anime Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they did an anime for Rick and Morty. I found it to be boring.
That's a shame.
But it was the problem with Rick and Morty is that sometimes it gets depressing because they're like, it's just tiring. It's just tiring, Ryan.
It's been the theme. That's why you need another Isekai.
Yeah. Just die and go into the slime world.
I think I even tried to watch the main slime one. I don't even. There's probably 1,000 of them now, but there's. But I think this was the one that was popularized the particularly becoming a slime or something. And,
yeah, he became a slime.
It wasn't for me. I'll say that.
Well, it's also story structure wise. There's no conflict. He just shows up and then it's boom. Oh yeah, by the way, you have kill this guy power, and it's oh okay, well I'll use my kill this guy power. Congratulations, you win, right? And it's sort of what am I? I mean, listen, I'm an advocate for people having easy lives, and we should all be millionaires sipping margaritas by the pool. But I don't know. So have you seen The Good Place on NBC with Ted Danson and that woman, that blonde chick?
I haven't. I know it's highly recommended. I just another sacrilege. Just sacking up.
Right. Well, so I'm going to spoil a little bit of it, if that's okay. The when they get to the good place, which is it's there's a little trickery, but when they get to the good place, there's this they have no idea what to do there. They're everyone is just brain dead and just not caring, because it's there's no conflict, there's no reason to have any mental faculties. They just sit there and they drink these milkshakes that make them happy, and they just they're brain dead mush, and they have no ability to have rational thought because they're so they're in a coma. And that's my dream.
And that's how your depiction of the Dungeon Slime anime is. No conflict. It's just it's the equivalent of drinking milkshakes dressed up in a different outfit.
Yes, it's the brain dead zombie milkshake, happiness milkshake. There's no meaning. You need the pain, right? Pain is important.
Yeah, I I agree. I think there was no conflict that I remember being like particularly. Like, there wasn't any tension of any sort that I remember, and I couldn't tell really what it was building towards. I don't. Maybe it was building towards something, and I just forgot because it didn't anything that grabbed me. But yeah, I also usually like to know where things are like headed, or in a general sense, or like what kind of show is this going to be? And maybe it told me the kind of show it was, and that was why I didn't bigly stay.
Right. I think I understand what you're saying.
Have you watched anything that you have liked lately?
What was it? We saw The Rip with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah, they're back together.
They're back together. Spoiler: they wind up sitting on a beach together, looking into the sunset.
Alright.
The Rip. That was good. Let's see what other things. I saw Mercy. Have you heard of Mercy?
Oh.
With what is it? Chris not Hemsworth. Chris Pine, the one from Parks and Rec. Who's the one who was in Parks and Rec? Not Chris Pine. Not Chris Hemsworth. Not Chris Matthews.
Celebrities are one of my many Achilles heels. Like I'm like a caterpillar, but with Achilles heels.
Gotcha. You got like 1,000 Achilles heels.
Yeah, geography is another one.
Okay. Well, so anyway, one of the Chris's is he wakes up and he's in a chair. He's strapped to a chair, and it's like the AI speaks to him. And it's like, hey, by the way, in an hour and a half, we're gonna kill you because you're guilty of murder. Just FYI. And he's like, what? And then the whole movie is him trying to prove that he's not guilty of murder, and he's allowed to use the AI's mega mind to look into people's phones and stuff and like try and find that he was innocent.
So if he's able to look through all this stuff using the AI, why doesn't the AI already know that he's like innocent, or does he not succeed?
Well, so if you want me to spoil it, he follows his gut, which is something that the AI doesn't understand. The AI, there's literally a back and forth where he says, I'm investigating this guy. He says, why are you investigating this guy? He says, I'm following my gut. And the AI's like, I do not understand. It's like, of course you don't understand. You're an AI. And that was. I'm reciting the dialogue of the movie. That's how sophisticated this is.
Oh no.
But it was good.
He liked it despite the dialogue being a little on the nose.
It was the dumb kind of fun that I enjoy. It was dumb fun. It was a dumb movie. It was a very dumb movie. At one point, I think one of the characters like looked at the camera and winked, which was like, I'm like, wait a second, is he? I think he looked at the camera and he did this. He was like, and I was like, are you doing that to the audience because you know this movie is so stupid, or is that like to the other character in the movie? Or like what's going on? Like I didn't understand whether that subtext was so metatextual that it was like above the like this movie is dumb. Like I don't know.
It broke your Giga brain.
It's so dumb that a Giga brain can't understand it, and that's why it fascinates me, and that's why I like those kinds of movies. Is because it's like, how could something be so dumb? Like when it comes to setting up this stream, I'm like, how did they set it up that it's this difficult to set up a stream? How is that possible? And yet they've come up with this cacophony of systems that don't make sense. It's circuitous at best. This is turning into a good doodle. Can you see it on your end?
I can see some of it. Yeah. Curious to see where it continues to evolve to.
Yeah.
I also don't know if I'm actually seeing the colors as they are. Like, is the squirrel-shaped thing like pink? Is that what that is?
I don't know what
tail
you're talking
going
about,
up toward
man.
the-
That's a pink. There's a pink. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Maybe it's a cat. Like maybe it's not a squirrel.
I see what you're saying now.
What's up?
I see what you're saying now. See, look, now it is a squirrel. Or a cat. Or some sort of critter.
Something that has a tail that shoots up to the left.
Yeah. I see it now. I see the cosmos.
It's like a Rorschach.
Well, that's my whole style, man. That's my whole, like... it's like a, are you crazy with me? Are you crazy too? Are you in the crazy club? That's the whole question.
It's like those magic eye things, but instead of crossing your eyes, you just have to like have like a bit of imagination.
Yeah, imagination. Imagination. You don't know that, South Park. Imagination.
Still going over my head.
Imagination. Oh no, now I marked my table. They sing the imagine. It's in the parody of the. It's like a 3-episode South Park that's a parody of Stargate, and they go into the imagination universe and they sing the imagination song. And Al Qaeda attacks the imagination.
That sounds absurd. That does sound like a South Park plotline.
Imagination. Yeah. So you got to give me some recommendations. I've given you all this good stuff. There's Mercy. There's another one we saw. What the heck was it? The Housemaid. The Housemaid. It's one of these like she's a housemaid and she gets into trouble, and it's not what it appears. It's like a thriller.
Oh, thriller. That did not sound like it was going to be that genre based on the couple morsels of description you provided.
Well, I don't want to spoil it. I could spoil it, and then it would be pointless. Then there would be no reason to see it. It would be trash. You just throw it in the garbage.
I heard, Brandon Sanderson says that there's like a study or whatever that people actually enjoy content more when they know how it's going to end.
Oh, I know.
When it's spoiled for them.
I know, man. I know. But, that's why the trailers usually give everything away.
Oh, there was a movie I saw recently, being in the past like year or two, but like it was the epitome of that. Like if you've seen the trailer, you've seen every good moment in the movie. I was like, wow, they just compressed the whole damn thing in there.
Yeah.
Struggling to think of the name of it though. It was one of those revenge movies. The guy's wife dies, but he's like not like a secret agent. He's like a computer guy, and he wants to like.
Oh, the Amateur.
Is that the one?
With Rami Malek?
Yes.
The Amateur, yeah.
Did you see it?
I saw it. It was good.
Did you? I really thought I thought it was fine, but that every moment that was good was already in the trailer.
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. That didn't bother me. I know what you're saying. I understand it on the intellectual level, but emotionally, it didn't cause a problem with me.
It doesn't bother me to see the stuff in the trailer. It bothered me that there was nothing else that I found in the movie that was better than the stuff that was in the trailer.
Right, yeah, so what bothered me was in Star Wars The Force Awakens, when there was nothing interesting that happened in that entire movie. That bothered me.
Well, it's their soft reboot, right?
I understand, but it's like, they just blow up the bigger Death Star and that's it?
the Death Star that can blow up 5 planets. That's 5 times as many as the other Death Star.
From all the way across the galaxy, it shoots a beam. It's a big giant death planet. It's not a Death Star. It's a death planet.
Did the beams did they arc or something too?
Yeah. Well, did you see the image of there was one ball is really big. See, look. Here, wait a second. See, I'm the bigger Death Star. You see, and you're the original Death Star, and I'm the new Death Star.
20%. The original Death Star was only 20% as cool as the new one.
Just because it's a size thing.
What handy number of planets it can blow up in a single shot.
Well, did they ever say there was a limit to how many it could blow up, or like? See, the question is whether or not that's a technical limitation or whether or not they only had 5 planets they wanted to destroy.
Oh, so you're thinking that the new Death Star is even more better than the original Death Star?
I mean, we don't know. We have to see the sequel, right? I mean, it's sort of maybe they're like. So to me, like, if you're destroying planets, right? Like, there's a limit to how many planets you want to destroy, just as a matter of like logistics, right? Like let's say I was dropping nuclear bombs, right? And it was like I wanted to prove that I'm powerful. I mean, how many cities do I need to blow up before like people get the message, right? Like, okay, I'm gonna blow up Denver. I'm gonna blow up Manhattan. I'm gonna blow up, New Zealand, and right? Like, that's a city.
No, well, the whole thing's fascinating, right? Were they always upset with those 5 planets for like a long time, and this was the first time they finally got to do something about it?
Right? Yeah, it's sort of like it's an inelegant weapon to say, like, let's say that I wanted to prove that I'm powerful, so I'm going to blow up New York City. Like, that's just going to piss everyone off. Everyone's going to be very upset at me for doing that. Like, people
that they want to prove that he's powerful. Maybe he just had 5 planets and he's like, these guys gotta go. Like, if I blow up one at a time, the other people on the other planets might get wise and start going like somewhere else, and like maybe they'll go to a planet that I like, or maybe they'll go to the planet that the thing is shooting from. So now you can't, like, what are you gonna do? Shoot your own planet?
Right, but like, how do they know that everyone on the planet is like a piece of garbage, right? Like,
they're the bad guys. They don't mind a little collateral damage.
Oh, okay, I see.
Fly swatter might ruin the wall a little bit, but at least it'll get the fly.
Right. That's a saying. That's an old Chinese saying.
So how would you write The Force Awakens?
Well, so first it needs like a really weird, wacky character. Not Jar Jar, but something like Jar Jar.
That's a bold start to that. That was not in the top like 5 things I would have guessed you would have said.
So it needs like a wacky, goofy, like not. I mean, the droid they pick, the little sphere droid is okay, but like if I were doing the sphere droid, I would have 2 balls so that it's like, look at me, I'm testicles, right? So that you could like, and they call him testicle or like. They would call him Test Robot, and then people would say, "Hey, Test," and it would be like 2 balls bouncing around.
And what's the point of this robot?
To annoy the fans.
Just as a deliberate, does it like configure itself into a deliberate middle finger just to really sink it home?
I mean, sometimes that's too cool. It tries to, but it doesn't work. There's like a technical glitch.
You can do it like with the camera, just like that movie you were...
Right, yeah, where it winks at the camera and it says like, ha ha ha, this isn't the real movie. You're not watching the real movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see, what else?
So where did this red line come?
What red line?
I'm just like...
Oh, is it on the... That's... Here, wait. There you go. Okay, you okay?
Yeah.
You feeling better now?
All is right with the universe again.
Okay. My real Star Wars sequel is that the Jedi are like the Illuminati. That the Jedi are secretly controlling, like they're controlling who gets elected, and they're doing more. They're more than just like policemen. They're like, they control what popular culture is. They control everything, like through the Force. And it's revealed that's why they wouldn't let Anakin join, like be a master, is because they thought he was going to like rat on them. Like if they let him join the Illuminati, then he would be like, oh, well, what? This is outrageous. You're an Illuminati. You're not supposed to be ruling the government in secret. You're supposed to be peacekeepers, and you're supposed to be. So they thought, okay, well, we can't let him join the Illuminati until he proves that he is really one of us. So that's why they wouldn't let Anakin be. So like the Jedi are actually like the puppet masters from behind the scene. And that's that would be my trick. That would be my gimmick.
So the whole like Galactic Empire thing was part of their plan all along, or was it that?
Well, no, that's so the bad guys, aka their attitude is we should rule the galaxy by force and be like open about it. We should just be like, hey, we're in charge, and if you disagree with us, we'll kill you. But who's running the government because right? We're about transparency. So the Sith, their attitude is like we're evil, but we're open about how evil we are. We're like, we want to rule the galaxy by force. We will kill you if you disagree with us. If you make a bad joke at a cocktail party, that's it, death sentence. But whose ass you're supposed to kiss. Who you're supposed to like. It's very direct and open.
There's clarity and purpose to a population that didn't have either.
Right, exactly. And whereas the Illuminati system that the Jedi have, where they're like, oh well, we can't let that through because it disagrees with our agenda, or we can't let you do this because. But they're very subtle, and they don't give you a real rejection, and they don't they just say like, hey, right, this bill just it failed to make it, right? Oh, the bill didn't pass. Who knows what happened there? I don't know, man. Right? Did a senator die? I don't know, man. He had a bad chicken wing. I don't know. What are you talking about? We don't know what happened. That's the Jedi.
It's the boot that you can't see that's more dangerous when it's on your neck than the boot that you can see. Right,
exactly. Because you're just going, oh, what's happening? I don't know. And see, like when Darth Vader didn't have to raise his arm when he choked the guy. He could have just pretended that it was like, I'm choking, right? And it's like, oh, why am I choking? I don't know. But Darth Vader did this so that he's doing it.
He wants you to know.
He's open. He's direct.
Brave. Brave is what it is.
Brave men tell the truth. A wise man's tools are analogies and puzzles.
I don't even know what that means.
It's from a song.
Have you been playing any games lately?
The last big one I had was Balatro. Today I actually did a game dev feedback for this indie game that was very nice graphics, and the gameplay, the combat was just kind of eh. And I was like, hey, you got a nice graphics and you got a nice system here, but like the combat is like really kind of blah. But I play a lot of weird for my game dev feedback section. I just really like rip them to shreds. I have no mercy for these people who've tried so passionately to make new games, like who are trying to do something different. And I just like, that's it, you're done. So I'm the boot. I come in directly and I say, hey, this part sucks, that part sucks, as opposed to just like being subtle about it and saying like, oh, I'm busy. I can't play it. Like I played it. It stunk.
That paradoxically, by being merciless, you are actually being the most merciful you can be.
Right, exactly. This is me at my most masochistic.
Yeah. That one I caught the reference.
You think I'm a sadist, but this is me at my most masochistic.
I got a Switch 2 recently and fired up Mario Kart. Are you familiar at all with the premise of the latest Mario Kart?
Mario Kart World.
Yeah.
It's like a whole world of Mario Kart.
It's interesting. So far I haven't done any of the free roam because when I first saw the like advertisements for it or whatever, I wasn't sold that was going to be something I would care that much about. We'll see. Maybe. I mean, I'm open to being wrong there, but I think I've come around a little bit more on the like Grand Prix style of game where like initially I wasn't sold on the whole like instead of getting like 3 laps on a course or whatever, you're basically driving to most of the courses and then like you get like 1 lap on the course. 'Cause to me it felt like a shame. It felt like a shame for a couple of reasons. Because like for one, like a lot of the courses do have like pretty cool designs, and a lot of the driving in between is not as interesting brain-wise. But I think I've come around to it in a weird way because like now when I play the courses that do have 3 laps, I'm like, oh, this is feeling a little like stale. Like I almost need the novelty injection.
Right. So like this is like the goal is to find parking, right? Like I mean that's the dream is like you drive around and you say, hey, I gotta park, and then get out of my car and get into another car and drive around the track. It's like they've stepped out of what it is.
I don't know if it's quite that distillable.
Quite that what now?
Yeah, I don't know if you've quite distilled it down to its essence.
Oh, distillable.
That's the real word. I figured.
I understand. I understand what
Got
you're
traction. Got like.
Right. To me, there should be like it should be like. So when I have dreams where I drive, and I don't know whether this is like a sexual thing or not, but when I have dreams where I drive, my car doesn't work right, and I'm like, uh-oh, trouble in bed? I don't know what the deal is, but like my car, like one time I was getting into my car and I was getting all set and I was getting all the stuff set, and then like I realized that the chair I was in was not the driver's chair, it was actually the passenger chair, and it was backwards. So like I was sitting there in the car and I was actually facing the back of the car in the passenger seat instead of the driver's seat. It's just like my mind switched it up on me.
So like a car seat.
Yeah, like a backwards passenger seat.
Like when you put a kid in the car, like sometimes they face backwards.
Yeah. Except it was a full seat. It was not like a baby-sized seat. And I'm like, and so I'm like, okay, well, I'll get out and I'll get into the driver's seat and I'll drive it again. And it's sort of, I don't know why my mind like makes it difficult for me to drive in cars. And I'm just thinking that could be a game, right? Like you're trying to drive and it's just like all of this like garbage comes at you and you're trying to like you grab the wheel and it turns into a banana, and like you just like you're trying to do all this stuff and it's just fighting you because reality itself is against you.
Sounds like one of those troll games where like every time you try to do something it's like, oh,
there was a pit, there were spikes that you didn't know about.
You jump and the ledge moves away just as you go for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of like what it is.
Maybe that's your calling. Maybe you missed your calling trying to design these other games for the amusement of others when you should be designing games for the amusement of yourself at the expense of others.
Right, yes, I should just lean into my sadism and just like punish the audience. I don't know, man. It just feels weird when you make it like so. 100 Bullets is like a difficult game. As you said, I adore the weak, and I tried to make the game easier for the weak people, but you know, at the end of the day, it's a punishing game that's difficult, and like it just feels weird to watch people suffer playing the game. They're like trying to beat it, and they can't beat it, and I'm like, it feels like I'm torturing someone, and it's like, this feels awkward. This feels weird. I don't know.
Catharsis on the other side. So if it's a worthwhile challenge, if it's something you can actually get better at, and like you know how to get better at it, the like feeling of getting on the other side of that is what is the victory you're giving them, right? Like, so it's.
I understand. I get it, right? It's a real challenge, and like if you can beat the level. Right, it's not the happiness milkshake, it's there's pain, there's a real conflict. I understand, I get it. I get why people like it. It's just like, it just makes me feel like a sadist. It makes me feel like I'm enjoying torturing the audience. You know, and I feel like people are gonna know that I enjoy torturing people. And I'm like, that's private.
Wait, I thought you were the transparent boot, though.
Well, that's true. I mean, it's there are boots involved. There are definitely boots involved in this whole agenda.
Yeah, you gotta stick to the, you know, whenever you're worried about being exposed, you gotta remind yourself, I'm the transparent boot.
I'm the transparent boot. I understand. I'm not some Illuminati who's hiding and doing sex pervert things in their private mansion. It's their private island. Like that guy that everyone's talking about.
Yeah. Although with that said, on the topic of difficult games, I'm slightly nervous that it's because I still haven't picked up Silk Song yet, the Hollow Knight sequel, and I'm nervous because people I know have talked about how difficult it is, and I haven't played a game of that difficulty in a while, probably since the last Hollow Knight.
Right, yeah, because I understand you like to play the difficult games.
I don't know. To varying degrees. I've never played like stuff like Dark Souls or whatever, so I don't go looking for them just for the sake of it. But if I find a game that seems cool but happens to be difficult, I'm not necessarily turned away just because of the difficulty.
Gotcha. Because, like, to me, the coolness of the game ties directly to its difficulty level.
So is it?
What?
Did you say for you that that's the case?
Yes. Like, as in, if it's a really easy game, then I like it, because it makes me feel accomplished. Like, it says, good job, good job, good job. And I'm like, yes, that's what I wanted to hear. I needed that. You know?
Yeah, who doesn't like a little pat on the back?
Yeah.
Unless you're, did you see Whiplash?
Oh, no, I didn't see that. I was offended by it.
The guy who did, plays
Spider-Man.
along the lines of, like, they're the two most harmful words in the English language are good job. Something like that.
Yeah, I get it. I got that memo. Because you can always do better. You can always do better. I don't know, man. I don't know.
What don't you know? Be specific.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can come back like that. To quote Jesus, come back like that. What?
To quote Jesus.
What if Jesus came back like that?
Do we let him in or turn our backs?
Okay, so I'm almost done. I can tell that we've run out of stuff to talk about, but I want to finish this.
Need to up my game. You never talk about like what you have in flight because you don't want to, or just because it doesn't come up?
It never comes up. I'll talk about what I have in flight. I have, Xanadu, right? That's a game that I want to make. But I need
the graphics, like that GIF you sent me. Like the graphics look awesome. Is that what the like gameplay is gonna look like?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It's just an AI rendering.
Yeah, I was curious if that was like a promotional thing, or if that was like in-game like footage.
No, it's not actual footage of the game. It's what's known in the industry as a bull shot. Instead of a screenshot, it's a bull shot.
I'm not of the industry.
Yeah, they call them bull shots. That's because it's instead of being bullshit, it's a bull shot.
I was wondering when it would circle onto the bullshit. So Xanadu is your that's your priority right now?
Oh, I don't know. What I really just did was I remade SilverwareGames.com. That's what I just did recently. So the website itself, it now has an RSS feed. It has a sitemap, and actually, it's an interesting setup. It's all HTML pages, but I have a script that generates the HTML pages based on a JSON of the data. So it's you have a list of entries that say here's the description, here's the text, here's all the information about the post, and then the script just goes through the data and generates the website based on what the data is. So it's actually it's a relatively clever. I think it's pretty smart. I think it's pretty cool.
You run the script and then just upload the output HTML files?
It actually, there's a deploy workflow that runs the script when it deploys. So when you check in, it just regenerates the site automatically.
Oh, nice. Sounds like a pretty legit setup.
And yeah, so because the problem with React, as much as everyone loves React and everyone's oh, React, it's so good. The problem is that indexing wise, it doesn't index as well because the indexers think it's an app. They don't think it's actually web pages. So when Google looks up your site, it doesn't the head data and the metadata for each page doesn't load properly. So if I were to link you to one of my blog posts now, it has a proper thumbnail and it has a description of the post and it has all the social media metadata is perfect. So that way, if I link to you, this is a Coffee Doodle post from 2023 or whatever, it's going to show you the preview. It's going to show you all that crap. As opposed to with React, there was just no way to get React to do that.
Isn't that so? My understanding. Let me know if I'm wrong, because I'm not.
No, if you can figure out a way to do it, I'm curious. So I'm not offended.
No. So my understanding is that the indexers don't run JavaScript, right? So part of the issue is if you have a JavaScript framework that has to manipulate the HTML, the indexer isn't going to be able to see that. Is that?
That seems to be, yeah, I think you're summing it up right, which is the new version of the site. If you have JavaScript disabled, my site will still load and run and look good. Which, I hopped on a call, with these LinkedIn people who want to hop on a call. Have you heard of them? They're why don't you just hop on a call with me? So I hopped on.
Go ahead.
I hopped on a call with some brand. I don't even know what the person's name was. It was a different person than I was talking to. The person says, "Oh, please hop on a call with me. Hop on a call with me." I said, "You know what? I'm going to hop on a call with you." And then it was someone totally different than the person I was talking to. And anyway, this person I'm talking to, she says, "Oh, well, I can't load your site because I don't have JavaScript enabled on my computer." And I'm "Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to make my site work without JavaScript from now on." So that's my new mission.
All because you hopped on a call?
Oh, because this call was actually very helpful because I now know how to make the site run without any kind of JavaScript at all.
Yeah, so I think that was part of the reason that there was like a big push to go back to like server-side rendering and stuff, and that's why like a lot of these React-inspired frameworks all have or are all trying to do like server-side rendering and stuff with like having like a node server that like runs the stuff before it outputs it to the client or whatever.
Right, yeah. I don't know whether there's a way to like make static pages out of a React app, but it seems like it's like so circuitous that it's like, first I'm going to make it React, then I'm going to make it dynamically load these pages, then I'm going to make it statically output what it loads dynamically, and it's sort of like, why did I just like, so I have my whole system now that's like, it just generates HTML pages for each post, and then it's done. That's it. Yep. It's, right? Like I have, like my website is like 50 HTML pages, and it's just like the script automatically, and they're all there. The end. All HTML. And there's a little JavaScript I made like a star field animation behind the top. Remember when we were doing your website and I wanted to have a star field behind the top of the page, and you were like, no, that's too fun. That's too much fun.
I ended up having the stars. You were talking about the absurd site, right?
Yeah, the tastefully absurd site. Did I actually manage to convince you to do the star field?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. I don't know if I still have the code anywhere because I let the domain name expire, so I don't have the site anymore. But the code might still live somewhere.
Gotcha. All right. Well, anyway, I now have done that again with my new Silverware game site. Has like this warp speed star field that was totally generated by AI. I asked it, I said like, generate a star field. So whenever you go to a page in my site, it goes to warp speed instantly.
Perfect.
Yeah. So what do you think? Can you see the drawing?
Yes-ish.
Yes-ish.
It's very small on my screen.
Hey, wait a second. I should have done this a while ago. So you gotta speak up, Ryan. Be the boot that.
I didn't want to mess with the refined setup. Who might have come in after all this time and start telling you you're doing it wrong.
Be the boot that is direct. Be the boot that people know. Sort of, put your hand up when you choke someone. Put your hand up. It's polite.
It's the way to do it. Yeah, etiquette. Force choke etiquette.
You don't want to. Listen. You don't want to just randomly. People want to know who's choking them, right? People want to know. No matter how much they enjoy being choked, people want to know who's choking them.
Give the people what they want.
Right.
What can I say?
All right. Well, so that's about an hour exactly. An hour and 3 minutes of stream. Is there any final parting wisdom? We didn't talk about stoicism. You and I usually argue about stoicism.
You always think that I'm like some ambassador of it.
You are the stoic in my life. You're the monk. You're the Buddhist.
Yeah, those things are all the first, second, and third things people think when they see me.
Yeah, exactly. So, any words of wisdom? Any parting shots?
Have none. Zero wisdom.
But in a way, that's the most stoic you can be, right? Like to say I have no wisdom is the wisest thing you could say.
I don't know if that's true. You used to give me such a hard time by saying like anything that wasn't a part of us, like the surprise is there is no surprise or whatever. Like,
right.
I always hate that.
Right.
Wisdom is there is no wisdom.
Right. The surprise is there is no surprise. But it's there's actually, so since we're on this, and this is actually an interesting topic, and if someone's watched this for an hour, they're probably going to watch another 10 minutes. So like here's the The judge says you're going to be we're going to put you in jail, and over the next 7 days you will be executed, and I guarantee it will be a surprise when you're executed. So the guy says on the first day, on the last day is his induction backwards. On the last day, if he hasn't been executed by the last day, he says, oh, okay, well, on the last day, it's got to be this day because it's the 7th day, so I'm going to get executed, right? So they can't execute me on the 7th day because that would be impossible, because then it wouldn't be a surprise because I would know it's the 7th day. So they can't execute me on the 7th day. And he says, but on the 6th day, if they don't execute me on the 6th day, then they would have to execute me on the 7th day. So the 6th day, they can't execute me. And so logically, boom, 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 all the way to the beginning, he proves that he can't be executed any of the days. Now, because he proved that he can't be executed, on the 3rd day when they execute him, it's a surprise because he proved that he can't be executed any of the days. So he's surprised when on the 3rd day they executed him. He said, no, you can't execute me because it's not a surprise. And they say, well, you just said you didn't think you were going to get executed, so I just surprised you. Surprise.
Brilliant. Did you come up with that?
That's actually, I saw that on some YouTube channel. And I made a lengthy post explaining the fallacy that they were describing, that it was incorrect. It was shallow and pedantic.
Shallow and pedantic. I haven't studied math enough to know, even be able to come close to saying why any of that stuff would be correct or incorrect.
Right. I forget exactly why I had a reasoning that was very solid, that was like, it's a fallacy to say, like, because you can say anything will be a surprise. Like, you can say this will, that goes back to the surprise is that there's no surprise. Like, you can say anything, like, I'm going to do this, and it's going to be a surprise. And then when you do it, it is a surprise because they thought you weren't going to do it because it's not a surprise. That kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Like, again, it's a trick. It's a trick of the tongue.
Worst kind of trick.
Hey, listen, some people pay extra for those tricks.
Somehow I knew you were going to go there.
It's not a trick, it's an illusion. All right, well, that's a good closing point. And thank you for stopping by, Mr. Klock.
Thank you for having me.
And anybody who's still watching, thank you for stopping by, and goodbye. And remember, say please no.